Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay this evening. I know that I am. I am back again. I had some free time today. I just finished looking at the new Emmett Till movie. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out, okay? I love movies like that, okay? It's called Teal. Okay. And then I jumped back on online and I saw um where they're saying that the Mexican cartels have allegedly, okay, written a apology letter. Now I don't know how true that is, but that is what the national media is saying. Okay, I want to pull this up right quick. Let's see. It says,
Omar,
hold
what do we
on.
know so
Uh-oh. It says, Mexican cartels purportedly apologizes for death of kidnapped Americans, call out members for lack of discipline. We're gonna look at the video, but they wrote a letter, child. And it says, someone claiming to be from the Mexican drug cartel allegedly responsible for the abduction of 4 Americans and the killing of 2 of them has condemned the violence and purportedly will turn over its own members who were involved to authorities. In a letter obtained by the Associated Press, a Tamaulipas, I don't know how to pronounce it, state law enforcement source, the Scorpions faction of the Gulf Cartel allegedly responsible for abducting the Americans apologized to the residents of Matamoros, the Mexican woman who died in the shooting, and the 4 Americans and their families. Drug cartels have known to issue uh, communiques to intimidate rivals and authorities, but also sometimes, hold on, let me move this. Um, let's see. But also at times like these, to do some public relations work to try and smooth over situations that could affect their business. We have decided to turn over those who were directly involved and responsible in the events, who at all times acted under their respecting the life and well-being of the innocent child, please. It says the state of Tamaulipas is the stronghold of the Gulf cartels, one of the oldest and most powerful of the Mexico's criminal group. But the cartel has lost territory and influence in recent years to its rivals. State officials did not immediately publicly confirm having new suspects in custody. A separate state security official said that 5 men had been found tied up inside one of the vehicles that authorities had been searching for, along with the letter. The officials also spoke on conditions of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak on that. Okay. Now, um, it goes on to talk about the people that traveled the Mexico border and all of that. And it's saying that the Mexican police investigated suspect inspects the minivan where 4 Americans were um the S word, SHOT, and taken from last week at the Tamaulipas state prosecutor's headquarters in Matamoros, Mexico. Okay, so this is where the car was found. That's the vehicle. And hold on, because I don't.
so far about any suspects when it comes
Hold on, you guys.
to this case? We know one person is
were suspects in the attack and kidnapping of 4 American citizens.
2 Americans were killed. U.S. officials are working to repatriate the bodies of Zindel Brown and Shaeed Wooder. Latavia McGee and Eric Williams returned to the U.S. yesterday and are receiving treatment at a Texas hospital today. Officials say police rescued the surviving victims from a guarded wooden shack outside the city of Matamoros.
CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca joins us now. Omar, good to see you. I know you've been in contact with family members of the survivors. What have they told you?
Many of them are still in shock. I talked to Michelle Williams, the wife of Eric Williams, and she told me that the FBI came and knocked on her door. And at first she thought it was a scam, to the point where she even called the local police department to find out, are these people scamming me? And it was, in fact, the FBI telling her that her husband was involved in the incident in Matamoros, Mexico. We also talked to family members of Latavia McGee. And they're saying, she was the one who was going down for a cosmetic surgery, and that she had done it before. She had been down here for surgery, and then this happened. So everybody's still in shock, and, of course, distraught over the fact that 2 of the 4 people, the Americans, died, and 2 others are recovering here at this hospital behind me.
Omar, what do we know so far about any suspects when it comes to this case? We know one person is under arrest, but have we heard, are there any other potential targets?
Well, Mexican authorities announced that they did arrest a 24-year-old man who was basically the lookout for this particular stash house of the cartel. And that's about all that we have right now. We know that the Mexican authorities are still conducting their investigation and doing forensics, which is why still the bodies of the 2 other Americans are still down there. They're finishing their forensic investigation with the bodies. They'll be transferred over into American custody, but they're still looking. But listen, this is cartel violence. A lot of times, matter of fact, most of the time, murders like these are not solved. In an area that's run by the cartel, it's that typical nobody saw anything, nobody heard anything. And that's going to have a lot of people here on the American side distraught. But on the Mexican side, that's the status quo. That's just what happens. We'll see if anyone else is arrested by Mexican authorities.
Omar, we've learned the reason for the trip was so one of the victims could receive a cosmetic procedure. This is a pretty common practice. And in fact, people cross the border frequently. For anyone crossing the border, what precautions should they consider?
Well, we talked to safety experts who say, this particular area on the other side of Brownsville and Matamoros is a level 4, which is basically the State Department telling you, do not travel there, change your plans. But people still do it. A safety expert told us, you kind of have to try to blend in and be inconspicuous.
Okay, so they did show, I wanted to show that some young men that was, tied up and all of that, and they're claiming that these are the young men that acted on their own will. And as I was reading, I saw people in the comments, other Hispanics, was saying that they don't buy it. You know what I mean? They feel like what the cartels did was they went and got some either some people that was within the that was lowest on the totem pole, or got some random people and made them, probably forced them into taking the blame for what has happened. So I've never known any cartels to have ethics or anything like that. I think what has happened is because the Mexican cartels don't want the American government going after them, right? And even with, I think that was a smart thing what the American government did, making it a level 4. We did hear the young lady, the African American young lady, say, Americans are being taxed and it's not right. So when they put the Americans put a level 4, and they're saying don't go to these certain cities, that's hurting their economy, right? That's hurting even like some of the drug dealers and stuff. They're saying, hell no, we ain't going over there to get nothing. So that's hurting the cartels. So and I believe what some of the people that was in the comments was saying, that our Hispanic Americans, no, we don't buy for one bit. This happens every single day. They just don't want the American government coming after them because they know that the Mexican government is bought out and already corrupt. Okay, so the Mexican government, I believe, is working with them. They got to think of something quick because the American government, when they put that high level and got their government, the feds involved or whatever, the American FBI, who is not in cahoots with the Mexican government, I mean, they can't go up against that. right? They can't go up against that. Okay. So, hey, it's kind of funny to me, but it would be interesting. I don't believe for one bit that the young men that they had laying out, okay, in the grass, and they saying that they're making them take their blame because they acting on their own will. I don't believe for one bit that that was the ones that was out there. I believe those are some ones they probably coerced. I mean, what you gonna do if somebody, the cartels, come to you and say, you gonna take this blame? Okay, or else we're gonna wipe your whole family out, right? So it's gonna be interesting, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not buying it, although I believe that the Mexican government and the cartels had to come up with something quick. Had that not gone viral, and the American government did not get involved, those other two people would have been dead. That's the reason why they was holding them there. They was trying to see what was going on. And I feel bad for the people that was actually recording it, because guess what? Some of the people in the comments were saying they're going to go back and get the people who was recording it and take them out. The cartels are. They said they do this to the Mexican Americans over there every single day. Not Mexican Americans, but the Mexicans that live over there every single day. They do that. They're killed and stuff every single day. The Mexican government does nothing, but now the American government has gotten involved. They can do some investigations because Americans went over there and they're hurting their economy when they say don't go over there to get nothing. You don't go buy nothing. So the drug dealers scared as hell too. We ain't going to buy no damn drugs. Y'all keep y'all shit. We ain't going over there to get no surgeries. That hurts their economy. Right. So that was a smart thing that the Americans did. And so you see now, with all eyes on them, you see how they're working with the cartels, the government. They had to try to think of something quick. We're the good cartels. Although we kill out people and their whole families and stuff, we ethical. So we know that's a bunch of BS. Okay. So anyways, you guys, I had to do a video on it. I'm not going to make it too long, but I just absolutely found that absolutely interesting. The cartels supposedly got some ethics. Okay, what I was trying to do is I was trying to find that page. Okay, hold on one second, you guys. They supposedly had a page, child. Look, this here is it right here. This is it right here. Now, these are supposed to be the dudes that did it. They made them all lay out and all of that. And hey, it could have very well been, but I just don't believe it. It said Mexican cartel is very sorry for kidnapped American for kidnapped and murdered Americans. And they're making, them take responsibility. When has that ever happened? Of course, I don't believe that. I think, because the Americans have gotten involved, the American government, they didn't know it was going to go viral like this. The Mexican government, who they say is always bought out and corrupt, has got to think of something quick, because it's poor. They're poor over there, right? So I mean, all of the cocaine and whatever kind of drugs they going over there again. They said the fentanyl too coming from over there. That's what I was reading. The fentanyl is coming from over there. So that hurts the economy. So that might be a damn good thing, because these folks in America gone crazy on this fentanyl. So that's a blessing from God. Okay. They too scared to go get the fentanyl. Although some cracked out crazy person, that when they cracked out like that, I got to go get my fentanyl. I don't care, let them kill me. I need my fentanyl. Okay. But hopefully, but then that I don't know. They might say, well, damn all that. I'll just tweak until I'm clean. Okay, so that might be a blessing from God. But here's those are supposedly the people, the guys. But I'm telling you, there were people commenting saying we don't buy this. We feel like the cartels, other Hispanics were saying the cartels, what they did was went and got a bunch of guys and threatened them. And they tell them, I'll take your whole family out. You gonna take this and go to jail? or we could just gonna wipe you out, wipe your whole family out and leave you alive. Okay. And so it'll make people comply. Right. So I'm not buying it either. I'm like the other Hispanics on this one. I'm not buying this crap. Okay. But like I said, that is supposedly them. But the American government getting involved can really hurt their economy. Ain't nobody gonna go over there and get no surgeries. They put up a level 4. Everybody's scared to go over there. Okay. And then I don't know if they can come over here either. Okay. So, anyways, I just wanted to report on that, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App, okay? I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much. We're going to do a live tonight, okay? I want to do a live tonight talking about this. We'll talk about this, okay? Talk with you guys later.